Hi there. So today we're going to show you all about coop maintenance. When to do it, why to do it, and how to do it. So stay tuned.
Hey, well, we are a mere days, weeks to a month out from some of our hens starting to lay, so the first step we have to do is take the divider off from the laying boxes. So we're going to do that now. All right. Hi there.
Okay, so it doesn't take many supplies to keep your chicken coop smelling nice and to keep your chickens healthy. All we're using today is some pine shavings and some First Saturday lime. So with your pine shavings, just make sure that you get the flake shavings, not the fine. We've made the mistake in the past to get the fine in between their poop and water and all that stuff. It becomes like this clay balled up mess on the bottoms of their feet, and you have to go and like peel it off. So just stick with the flake shavings, the bigger ones, and you'll be good. We have used diatomaceous earth, and you can use diatomaceous earth. It also will help with the pests and keep things nice and tidy, but we are going to go with this First Saturday lime because it is safer for you and safer for your animals. There's not a risk of inhalation and it causing breathing problems. And it also helps more with the ammonia smell. This will keep it deodorized and take that smell away. So we're going to put that in there to help dry up the poop and then help with that ammonia smell. And then it also has the benefit of keeping away pests and mites and that kind of thing. And on their website you can see it. You can use it for all different things in your gardens and around the house for pest control. You can also even use it in your chickens' water to keep down the algae and the sludge and the slime and the bacteria that could hurt them. So lots of different ways you can use this, but this is how we're going to do it today. And we actually put it in a plastic container and drilled some holes in the top. And that way it's just real easy to shake on the top of your shavings. So we'll show y'all what we do right now.
Courtney is amazing at the animal husbandry part of it, of taking care of the animals, and she leaves the fun stuff to me, which is dealing with the poop. And what we deal with on the poop issue is the deep litter method in our chicken coop. And what the deep litter method does is it creates a really nice carbon mattress or a carbon sponge for all those nitrogen droppings that are coming out of the chickens all night. So it's really easy to keep up with, and it decreases any smells or any odors, because your nose is really the litmus test of whether or not you have a healthy environment for your chickens. If it stinks, you're not going to like it, neither are they. So we haven't done anything with this deep litter in probably the last 2 to 2.5 months. And as you can see, my head's in it. I'm not getting a bad odor out of it, but it's still about time that we go ahead and turn it and add more shavings. We continue doing this until we have a good bed of about 4 to 6 inches of shavings that have a pretty large amount of manure mixed in with it. And like any good thing of regenerative agriculture, it's an input. We get to take it and then put it into our big compost bin, and it goes into next season's garden and creates some nice good veggies and fruits for us. And it's a way of adding back without having to go to the box store or anywhere else to then buy and buy and buy and be a consumer, where you're actually doing it all right here on your own little backyard homestead. So from here, it's really easy. What we do is I've got this divider set in place so that we can continue building up that deep litter, but I'm going to remove that and show you how we treat it before we turn it. So Courtney's neat little nifty shaker that she's got here, we're going to go ahead and treat all that exposed manure now with the First Saturday lime, and then we're going to turn it and we're going to mix it in and blend it up real good, and then we're going to put a new fresh layer of shavings on top of that. All right, doesn't take a whole lot, but be pretty liberal. Dust mask wouldn't be a bad idea for this either. All right. Great thing about chickens, you spread it out as good as you can, they're going to come in here and spread out the rest. Well, and as far as coop maintenance, that's about all you have to do to keep them in a nice, non-smelly, safe, healthy environment using the deep litter method.
Okay, so we have a bonus for you. We're going to show you how we also keep up our chicken run. Since we do not let them free range here, we have a chicken run that they are always in. They go the chicken run and their coop. Those are the two places they are, and so we'll show you how we keep that all nice and tidy as well. Okay, before we show you what we do to the floor of the chicken run, since we just took off the divider that we had for the nesting boxes, we need to fill it up with shavings. And this is where we will come get our eggs every day when they start laying. And so we put a nice bed of the shavings in there, and it keeps the eggs nice and pretty. And the reason why we had them divided was up until this point, we didn't want them to try to roost in these boxes, because where they roost, they poop. And I do not want my eggs to be nasty. So we kept it divided so that they would get used to where they roost, and this is going to be just where they lay eggs, hopefully. So we'll put the shavings in, and then I will also put some of that first Saturday lime in there as well to keep the nesting boxes all nice and tidy. And then I'll come back with the first Saturday lime, and that's all there is.
So not only do we use the deep litter method in our chicken coop, we kind of do a little bit of that here in the run as well. And we put a lot of like leaves, grass clippings, cut-offs from the garden, any extra flake or anything like that we'll kind of mix in here as well. And what the chickens do, they always love something to do. You got to keep chickens busy. So we'll bring things in here and let them scratch through it, pick the bugs out, pick any, yeah, I'm getting picked on right now. And we'll let them go ahead and give them something to do, some hobbies, some recess activities. And while they're doing that, they're adding their carbon to it as well. Oh, I'm sorry. They're adding their nitrogen to the carbon as well. And they're creating a compost bed here in their own coop. Because the worst thing you could have in a coop is a wet, damp, always muddy area. That is just a breeding ground for bad health. So we'll show you some clips of how we add things here in the coop, or in the run.
Thanks for watching. We are glad that you guys are following us on this journey to build our backyard homestead. If you have any questions, put them below. We'll be happy to answer you. Remember that your chickens do not have to smell. You can have backyard chickens and they can be pleasant and funny and healthy and not stink at all. But make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and we will see you next time.